Hello students, hoping you all and your family in good health. Today we'll discuss the topic selection of the pump, but before going through that, let me give you the task. Already I have told you to write the assignment on selection of the pump, maintenance of the pump, operating conditions and operating difficulties of the pump. So to help you out for this, the same task is there. What you have to do is that how do you go for selecting the pump? You need to discuss this with any seller, or if any industrial person is known to you, you can call them and get the information and write it for the assignment. And for maintenance of the pump, you can just have a discussion in your house. Those are handling the pumps, and you can go for writing the maintenance of the pump. Beside this, you can refer any website or any book and you can get the information from the same and write it for the assignment. But along with this, the practical information should be written. That will be your task for writing that assignment. So let us start with the selection of the pump. While you're going for selecting the pump, what are the points that is to be considered for selecting the pump? First is the nature of the fluid. So while you're going for selecting the pump, the first thing what you have to look is the nature of the fluid. So in that nature of the fluid, you need to look the type of the fluid. Either you are handling the water, beverage, milk, cream, and so on. So depending upon the type of the fluid, the type of the pump can be selected. Then comes the density of the fluid, viscosity of the fluid, and if the fluid is clear or suspended fluid is there. Why all this is needed? Because we have studied initially that for viscous fluids, you have to go for positive displacement pumps, and for non-viscous fluids, you have to go for the centrifugal pumps. Within positive displacement pumps, reciprocating pumps are used for non-viscous fluids, and rotary pumps such as gear pump, lobe pump, vent pump, all these pumps are used for the viscous fluids. So for that, the nature of the fluid what you're handling is to be studied. So that is the first point what you have to look. Then capacity. Now why capacity is needed? Because already we have studied that if you want a high capacity and low head, you have to go for using the centrifugal pump. If you want high head and low capacity, you have to use the positive displacement pumps. And if you want high head and high capacity, you have to go for the multi-stage centrifugal pumps. So for this, you need to know the capacity what you are handling. So depending upon that, the type of the fluid, the type of the pump can be selected. Then comes the power requirement. So what is the power requirement? I'm talking from industrial point of view. You can go for selecting the pump because more power will be required for the positive displacement pumps because you are handling the viscous fluids, and the high head can be developed. For that, the high power will be required. So likewise, you can go for selecting the pump. Then comes the installing the pumps. Either you are installing horizontally or vertically. Already we have discussed horizontal installation and vertical installation. What is that vertical installation? It is the submersible pump in the borewells is the vertical installation, and submersible pumps in the well are the horizontal installation. And the most important part what you have to look at while you are going for selecting the pump is the head. What should be the or what head is to be developed? Depending upon that, the type of the pump can be selected. As we have discussed that if you want a high head, you have to go for the positive displacement pump. But at the same time, you need a high capacity and high head, you have to go for the multi-stage centrifugal pump. Already all these points has been discussed in the class. So, and next is the prime mover. Already we have studied this prime mover. So these are few of the points which can be used for selecting the pumps, and same criteria is followed into the industry also. But along with these points, you need to talk to some of the industrialists and get the information how do they go for selecting the pump. As what I told you, that will be the task for you people. Then moving towards the next point, that is the maintenance of the pump. So the maintenance of the pump is the breakdown maintenance, conditional maintenance, and time time maintenance. So breakdown maintenance, when the pump something goes wrong into the pump, we need to stop the pump and do the maintenance. That is what the breakdown maintenance is there. So you can just, I'm just giving you the hint or the idea what are those. Conditional maintenance is the maintenance suggested by the manufacturer from time to time, so that has to be done. And time being maintenance. Now while you are going for the conditional maintenance, it is the oiling, changing the gasket, and so on. And time being maintenance is the priming, and if any problem comes across while the pump is running, that is the maintenance has to be done. So that is what we called it as a time being maintenance. So these are the maintenance which is to be done. Just I'm giving you the idea. So same thing what you can discuss in your house, those are handling the pumps, how do they go for making the maintenance, and you may write those points. So that will be the task. You need to include those points into your assignments. So this is what we had regarding the selection of the pump. So here we ended with the selection of the pump. And let me tell you that already I have shared the working videos and animations of the rotary pumps such as gear pump, external internal gear pump, lobe pump, vent pump, mono pump, peristatic pump. So you can just go through this particular animations for getting the idea how do they work. And if you have any difficulties, you can contact me. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.